It is time to celebrate and have a good time because good things are coming into your life. And we see that in today's reading with the Three of Cups. This is the theme of this reading. And here we have three people dancing around the statue of Dionysus because there's a new energy that's coming into your life, an energy of true happiness and joy and celebration. The Three of Cups tells us that the sadness has dissipated and now you are reaching a point where you're going to feel somewhat emotionally fulfilled. And the only thing left to do is to celebrate. Now, I did do a reading today, right before this one. I uploaded them at the same time. So if you want to go back and watch that one, please do it because it talks about sadness. But ultimately, this is a message for those that understand that it is time to move away from that energy and to give into this energy of joy because you've been sad for too long. We've got the sun showing up here, which actually came out reversed. This is the sun, or the cult of Midas. And Midas was a very powerful deity in ancient Greece. And so, in many ways with this deity, what we have here is an energy of reaching a point where you're seeing clearly, understanding things that potentially you didn't understand before about yourself, about the energies around you, leading you to mastery, right? You also have a card here that speaks of rising up amongst the people. This is one of my favorite illustrations because of Moses, right? This is Moses. That is the serpent staff. He is rising against the Pharaoh, and then pretty much all of these servants of the Pharaoh are observing him. Some of them are in complete awe of his mastery and his audaciousness, and then there's other ones who are just pretty much worried, like this guy's going to destroy us. And then there's other ones that are actually joining the cause, right? And so it speaks of mastery. It speaks of reaching a point in your life where you are not lamenting, you're not a victim, you are in control of your life and your space. And so in many ways, you are being asked to celebrate this energy. You are empowered. All right. Now, I did also throw 3 oracle cards, and we're going to talk about these. The oracle cards that I keep using are the archetype cards. I love these cards. And the first one is Saboteur. And Saboteur reads this archetype highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So that's a very interesting energy, right? And then we have the monk. The monk actually was reversed, and it speaks of a negative and judgmental way of being that leads to excess piety. I'm getting this energy, or I'm getting this kind of thought of when Jesus sat with sinners and sat with the people who, unfortunately, the religious folk of the time spoke very badly of, and Jesus would look at the people who were essentially very religious, would pray to God and worship God out in the public square, and Jesus would sit with the sinners and point at them and say, look at them. Look at those people over there. They speak of God, but deep down inside, they're rotten to the core. Deep down inside, they're lying, right? Deep down inside, they are rotten. And so for some reason, I got that image, and this card speaks perfectly to it, right? And then finally, we have Networker. And this card actually came out reversed. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. We live in a time, guys, where this is our state of being, okay? I mean, you can't believe anyone. You can't believe anything you hear. Everything is a lie. It's a smoke and mirrors. You turn on the television, you've got presidential nominees lying to us. We've got political figures lying to us. We have employers that are lying to us. Boyfriends, girlfriends are lying to us just to kind of keep us in control. This is the age of lies. It's become normal. It's a part of it. I call it the reality show age, right? We think that those people in reality shows are actually telling us the truth, but they're not. They're lying to us, but we want to believe the lie. And so in many ways, when we want to believe a lie, it means that we ourselves are lying to ourselves and we're lying to other people around us. And so you're being asked to kind of look into the mirror, right? Expose in what areas of your life you're lying. You're lying about yourself. You're lying about your situation. You're lying about where you're going to be in life. You're just lying. At some point, it just becomes your state of being, and you start attracting people into your life that are also lying to you, because it's like, oh, you think, oh, I'm lying, so you're lying too? Fine, let's just lie to each other. The only way that you're going to attract true honesty, the only way that you're going to be able to have the people around you that are actually honest with you is by you being honest yourself. And so one of the reasons why I'm saying that, and this is coming to mind, is because, again, you did get the Sun card, right? The Sun card reversed speaks of the shadows. It speaks of hiding in the shadows. It speaks of darkness, right? The Sun wants to illuminate. The Sun wants for there to be true honesty, and for there to be an energy of clarity. And if you, unfortunately, are, hiding in the shadows and just being deceptive, well, not only are you going to attract people that are deceptive, but you're going to essentially get into this energy where your blessings are just going to leave you, because everything that you build is a lie. It's like the person that builds an empire on social media. They've got a bunch of followers, right? But they don't know how to monetize that following, or they don't know what to do with it because they built it on a lie. It's not real. So it's like, your castle is built on sand. There's no foundation underneath it, right? So everything that you do moving forward has to come from a place of honesty. And unfortunately, here's the thing though. When you start telling people the truth, they get away from you. Okay. It's like when you look into the sun, right? You're taken aback by it. It's too much light. You can't. You have to wear glasses. You get away from it. You try and hide from it. It's too hot. I can't take it. We lie because the truth is too painful. And sometimes we have to speak the truth. Not sometimes, always. We always have to speak the truth, even if people get away from us, even if they don't want to be around us. Because ultimately, in order for you to be a leader, in order for you to be a person of influence, in order for you to reach a point of power like Moses is in this beautiful, beautiful illustration of him in the desert standing up against the Pharaoh, in order for you to be as audacious and as powerful as Moses and his staff, you have to be able to say, hey, this system sucks. You suck. You lied. Get the hell away from me. I'm not doing this anymore, right? Like, you have to just be willing to engage with honesty. Ultimately, I don't want to get away from the message, right? We do have the Three of Cups. This message, sometimes I start somewhere and I end up in a completely different place, but that's where Spirit is taking us, right? So with the Three of Cups, this is a time for celebration. This is the time for joy. This is the time of illumination, but it's also a time for you to start being honest so that you can attract the people around you that are going to be honest with you. I can't tell you how many times I've lost friends and loved ones and people that I really cared about. They just kind of distance themselves because they're operating in the shadows, and I don't operate in the shadows. I tell you directly what I need to tell you. I am honest with you. I tell you exactly what I see. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is what I see. It sucks. Sorry. But boom, right? And more often than not, I'm giving people good advice. I'm trying to help people. But anyways, that's the way that you have to be in order to be influential. That's what the cards are showing us here. One thing about Saboteur, highlighting your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring into your life. We can speak about this card a little bit more. The reason why some of you have become liars, why you are excessively operating in the shadows, is because you fear what might happen if you were to be honest with people. You fear that I don't want to hurt this person, or I don't want to be too brat, or I don't want them to leave. You know that if you are honest, they're going to leave. You understand this on a very deep level, right? And this is something that maybe stems from some kind of childhood wound where you had to be dishonest with people. You had to tell lies in order for them to accept you. This is a shadow, right? That you have to be aware of. So yeah, that is what I see here. Thank you guys for watching, and bye-bye.